This is Renee Feltz, part of the Democracy Now! Team, out in the streets of the East Village with Martina Starosta of the Democracy Now! Team. We are here at the famed Con Ed substation at 14th and C. This place showed up in video all over the internet after Superstorm Sandy hit, when the substation blew a fuse dramatically, lighting up the night sky here after Manhattan had fallen dark and Brooklyn behind it as well. Now we're going to go into the East Village and see how people are surviving in an area that is home to thousands of people who have no power, no access to food as many of the stores are closed, and in some cases no actual flushing toilets. So let's venture into the neighborhood and see how people are surviving. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about where you live here.
My name is Raymond Perez, and I grew up in the neighborhood. I was born and raised out here in the Lower East Side. And basically, you know, we're really struggling out here. We're running out of food behind the storm thing that came by. And it practically came over the river, and it came all the way over here. It started messing up, right?
Yeah,
it ruined a lot of stuff, you know.
So it blew out the transformer.
Excuse me, sir, can you introduce yourself?
Armando Morales, I'm a Lower East Sider.
And what are you saying here?
Well, what I'm saying, when the water came up, everything was going good until it blew out the transformer, and all total lights went out. Everybody was really going crazy. Flashlights in the hallway. People going crazy, not knowing what to do. Instead of making a plan B, because they heard about it all week, that suddenly was going to hit. You know? Now we just got to go crazy, go and get water to fulfill our house. We got no water, we got no electricity. Food is going to go bad, you know what I mean? We're working on trying to eat. No heat, it's cold. And for the elderly, it's bad because my mother lives 108, and she's cold, she's 83. And she's dealing with the cold, and I'm trying to keep the place warm by lighting up the oven. But how long can you do that? You can't do that long. And I have to go back and forth for her to get buckets of water to keep cleaning things and doing that. And it's getting me out of help because I walking back up and forth. And then bathing, we can't bathe, there's no water. It's very bad for the people on the Lower East Side.
So we're here at an apartment in the Jacob Reese house on the 5th floor. Someone has invited us in. They're here to check on their mother. She came down from the Bronx, and the mother is bedridden, so we're going to find out what's happening.
Mi nombre es Aurea Maisod. Vivo aquí. ¿Cuántos años llevamos aquí ya?
Como 32.
32 años de estar viviendo aquí.
¿Pero cuántos años tú tienes?
77.
77.
¿Y usted vive aquí?
Sí.
¿Cuántos años?
About 32. About 32 years.
And what is her situation living here right now?
Everything is fine. She's just bedbound and she has to have everything done. Like, she can just sit up, she can't walk. As you can see, her wheelchair is there, her walker's here, her toilet's here. So she needs everything done for her and help.
And we'd like to ask you to ask her what is her concerns now as she's living without power and without water.
Mami, que si tú tienes algún preocupación que no hay luz ni nada de eso ahora.
Eso sí, me preocupa que no haya luz. Un caso de emergencia que yo me enfermo cada rato.
She says she's worried she gets sick all the time, and how is she going to get to the hospital because there's no elevators.
Hi, sir. I see you filling up a water bottle here at the fire hydrant. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Sam from the Lower East Side.
And you live in the neighborhood?
Yes, I actually live here with my fiancée, Marisol.
Okay. And we have a lot of radio listeners. Maybe you could describe what you're doing right now.
Right now, we're just trying to get some water going in here so we can also, like, wash up, cook, and do other things that we need to do because there's no water in the building. Elevators are off. You see, there's stores, there's no bread, there's nothing in there. The only thing in there is cigarettes, and we can't live with cigarettes. We need water, we need food, and...
I know the liquor store's open.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Where, on 9th Street?
But back to the water and the issue at hand here. I see you're filling up the water. Now, have you seen any FEMA trucks or anybody like that coming around to offer water?
No, I haven't seen anything. Nothing at all. Nobody offering anything. Yesterday, somebody gave me a big gallon of water. I mean, you know, a big empty gallon, and they just told me, when you're done with it, just return it back, which was nice. That person did for us, but I haven't seen anyone do anything for us out here. I would love the power to come back on. That's what I would love to. I've been out of work already since Mondays. Today's Wednesday, actually, 3 days without work.
We're here on Avenue C near near the Jacob Rees houses where we've been talking to people this afternoon. Behind me is a small deli which is open for business. No lights, no power, but people able to go in and out and get a few things. The streets are relatively lively with people filling up water bottles at fire hydrants, talking to each other, checking in, people coming from other parts of the city to check on their parents. But other than that, we've seen very little representation of official help. Behind me I have a little NYPD surveillance mechanism that sometimes provides lights on these dark streets at night. The streets here without power will definitely be dark tonight, and people will be continuing to ask, where's the official help? Where's the city? Where is FEMA? And in this low-income, mostly minority community, they're mostly asking, in the shadow of the Con Ed 14th Street substation, where's the power?